Hello everyone, welcome to HackerHeap. In this video, we will look into solving the sort colors problem. Let's go through the problem. Given an array with n objects colored red, white or blue, sort them in place so that objects of same color are adjacent with the colors in the order red, white and blue. So basically we are trying to sort an array. They reference it as 0 to red, 1 to white and 2 to blue. That's all. So all you need to do is sort the array. The condition here is one way to do it is because the numbers are in range from 0 to 12, we can do a counting sort. Counting sort is basically we will take an array of the size n plus 1, which is in this case 3. So what we will do is we will count, or we will pass through the array. Every time we saw an index, we will do a plus 1 here. So this will be 2, this will be 2 and this will be 0, and we will pass through this array and try to fill up the current array with there are 2 zeros, 2 ones and 2 twos. That's how we do it using counting sort. But this one takes an extra space of the limit. So the condition here is, could you come up with one passing algorithm using a constant space? So let's look into it how we can do that using constant space. For the given input 2, 0, 2, 1, 1, 0, let's think about it. So we will start, all we need to know is the start index of that particular item. So let's start with the start index of 0 is 0. And start index of 1 is 0 and 2 is 0. What we will do is, so let's say if we found an element 0, like while we are parsing through it, what we need to do is we need to push the start index of 1 and 2. So we will increment the start index of 1 and 2 by 1. So how we do it? In the first iteration, 0 index equal to 0, 1 index is equal to 0 and 2 index is equal to 0. What we'll do is we will pass through it. If it is 0, which is not, if it is 1, which is not, if it is 2, what we will do is we will replace this element with 2 and the array will be the same, but we will increment the 2 index because when we found another 2, we have to add it to this index. Now comes here, we found 0. What we need to do? So we need to insert 0 in the 0th index. So now what happens is if we replace this, this would become this, but we need to move 2 to the next index. So what we will do is we will do like nums of second index is equal to this 2. We will do the same thing for nums of first index is equal to 1. And we will increment the second index and the first index. Now this will become 2 and this will become 1 and this will become 1. Now the array became 0, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0. Now it comes here and the insertion position will be the same. Now it comes here. What happens is we need to replace this with this. So what we will do is now we incremented this now the array becomes 0, 1, 2 and we will replace this with this 2, 1, 0 and we increment the index of this and this. So next time when we found 1, we need to insert at this index, and when we found 2, we need to index at index 4. That's how we do it. So let's go ahead and code it out. So we will take 0 index is equal to 0, 1 index is equal to 1, 2 index is equal to 0. My bad, it's 0. Now we got the indices. Now we will traverse through the array for int I is equal to 0, I less than nums dot length I plus this. So what we need to do, if the nums of I is equal to 0, to 0. What we need to do is we need to move the index of the number 1 and number 2 to the right. So we need to update those indices. So nums of 2 index is equal to 2, nums of 1 index equal to 1, nums of 0 index is equal to 0, and we increment the indexes. 0 index plus plus 1 index plus plus and 2 index plus plus. Similarly, if nums of I is equal to 1, all we need to do is move the second index. We don't have to worry about the 0th index because 0 is less than 1. Index equal to 2, nums of 1 index equal to 1, nums of 0, so you don't have to worry about 0 index, my bad. 1 index plus plus 0 index plus plus. Else, if nums of I is equal to 2, all we need to do, we don't have to worry about the element 0 and element 1, so we will just update the second one. Index equal to 2 and 2 index plus plus. It should be 2 index. Now let's go ahead and pass through this. So let's take the example of 20211, and initially the indices are 0 0 0. We will pass through I is equal to 0 in the first iteration. So we'll check nums of I is equal to 2. The array remains the same, and this we will increment it to 1. Now it comes to the second element. Now we will check if nums of I is equal to 0, which is true. We will update the second index to 2. So nums of 1 is equal to 2, and we will update the first index to 1, and we will again replace it with 0, and everything else remains the same, and we are incrementing everything 1 1 and 2. Now again it goes to this pointer. Now it comes here again. The array won't change, and this would be 1 1 and 3. Now it comes to this pointer. What we need to do is it comes here. Now see, nums of 2 index will be 3, which is this. We will replace that with 2, and nums of 1 index, which is 1, we will replace that with 1, and this will be 2, and this will be 2 0, and we will increment 1 2 and 4. We'll increment 1 index and 2 index, and now the pointer is at the end. Similarly, we will replace it with 0 1, and nums of 1 index is 2, which is here, and we will replace this 2 with 2, and this we increment this, but we will exit out of the loop because we are at the end of the array, and we will return this. So I hope it's clear. Let's go ahead and run this out. Yeah, let's go ahead and submit. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I hope it's clear. Please do like to the channel and subscribe to the channel HackerHeap. I'll be posting more Leetcode problems and data structure and algorithm stuff. Thank you.